TikTok. Since I have not been on none of my platforms, I'm just gonna get on Instagram. So we're on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Cool. Hello, Black Baby. Amanda. All right. Miss McKnight. We got some of y'all on here this afternoon. I usually get on at like 5 or 6, but I figured today, since I am filming. So those of you who have been waiting for this course that I've been talking about, I'm filming for this course tonight. So I said, let me get on now before we started doing the rest of the filming. Hey, Nidra Taylor. All right, one more platform. YouTubers, welcome. We are going to go over a few items, not a whole lot today, because I have some specific things that I want to talk to you guys about when we do the Zoom webinar. But today, I saw a couple of things that I wanted to go over or remind some of you all, being is December is the last month of the year. This is the month that you should actually be getting your financials together, looking at your financials, running reports. This is for personal and business, okay? Let me just do one more thing. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. Before I get all into it, let me get on one more platform. I just ordered this camera that I can get on all 4 or 5 platforms at one time. I cannot wait because I ain't getting on all of these things from my phone. I have to get on my phone here, use 2 cell phones, use 2 computers. I'm like, okay, Patrice, it's got to be another way. So I just ordered my Mevo. So Mevo allows me to get on 4 platforms with that one camera. So I'm excited for that. I am excited for that. I said 2022, we will not be on all these different kind of cameras. It's called Mevo, M-E-V-O, right? It's like $400 or $500, but I will say that it's worth it. Okay, I will say that part. It's definitely worth it. But yeah, it's called Mevo. So I know there are some other platforms that you can utilize as well. As well as this other one that I just started using. It's a StreamYard. StreamYard is another good tool for you all as well. You can get on several platforms with StreamYard too, especially YouTube. If you guys are using like Facebook and YouTube, I want to say you can get on both of those from StreamYard. But because I'm also on TikTok, like my major following is on TikTok and YouTube. So those channels I wanted to be able to have, to be able to get on those and then still have clarity. Cause like YouTube is very big on the video, the camera, how it comes out. Right. So you just want to make sure, like when you're filming or you have a YouTube page or a YouTube channel or like TikTok, because TikTok love videos, you want to have a good camera. You want the lighting to be good. So it's just better to sometimes invest in what you need to get the stuff done. So that's why I was like, all right, we're just going to invest in this sucker and get it done. Okay. I think I am ready now. All right, I'm ready now. Okay. Go live. All right. So now we are ready. I'm on everything now. TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. If any connection gets disconnected, you can't hear me clearly, go to YouTube or TikTok. I'm Patrice L. Stewart on every platform. I'm Patrice L. Stewart on Facebook. I'm Patrice L. Stewart on YouTube. I'm Patrice L. Stewart on TikTok. I'm Patrice L. Stewart on Instagram. All right. So let's just go ahead and get right on into it. TikTok has been waiting for a little while now. I always start you off first because it takes you longer to get people usually. But today you all are here. Hello. So good afternoon. Good afternoon. Y'all know I love to say it 3 times to y'all. My name is Patrice L. Stewart. I am your favorite tax and business strategist and business coach. Okay. So one of the things that we are going to review today is I saw somebody mention about the PPP, the long infamous PPP, right? So a couple of things that I wanted to share with you all and remind you all about, okay, with this whole PPP thing is if you have not applied for your forgiveness, there possibly is still time for you to do that. Okay. It really depends on when you got your money. So let's go over the PPP thing first. PPP. Those of you that did the PPP loan application, if you have not applied for your forgiveness, it is possibly still time for you to do it. All right. Long to the short, you had either 8 weeks or 24 weeks to spend your money. All right. Then when I went over my PPP loan forgiveness class, which I have the workshop replay, if you guys need that, what I went over in that class was we explained something about a covered period, right? So technically you had an additional, I want to say about 10 months. It's been a while since I've done it. Since I've done the app, since I've looked at that thing, anything. So I want to say it was an additional 10 months, right? So if you got your money, let's just say in January, I'm sorry, let's not go all the way to January. It ended around May. So let's just say April. If you got your money April 1st, right? You chose either to spend the money in 8 weeks, which gave you 2 months, or 24 weeks, which gave you 6 months. Okay. Then you had an additional covered period after that, which I want to say was about 10 months. So all together, you have about a year to do that PPP loan forgiveness. So if you got your money in April, you more than likely want to be doing your loan forgiveness now. Okay. I knew he was about to call me when I'm on there. You gotta wait. So that's the brunt of that, pretty much. Okay. So for those of you that were asking, or hey, Miss Javi, I miss you so much. I'm gonna come see you just to get my makeup done, just because I miss you. All right. But that's pretty much the brunt of that. Y'all know the program is over with. It's no new money right now. As of right now, it's no new money, but you can still get the loan itself forgiven if you haven't. Okay. A lot of people was thinking that the process was over with. It really just depends on your time. When you are, when did you apply? That's the biggest thing. When did you apply? And it really don't even matter when you apply. When did you get funded? Because the loan forgiveness starts from the date that you got funded. So look at the date that you got funded. Whatever date that you got funded, you have either 8 weeks or 24 weeks, depending on what you put on your application. And then you have another, is what we call a grace period or a covered period, which I want to say is up to 10 months. So you pretty much have a whole year to be able, at minimum, a year to be able to get the loan forgiven. Okay. So for those of you that need assistance with that, I have a workshop. I already did the workshop, but you can watch the replay. It's on my Patrice's Business School. It's $49. Okay. In that workshop, I went in there and I showed you how to fill out the application, how to do the form, everything. All right. So that we done with that. Over that. We don't have no questions under that. Okay. Because again, we don't get into this PPP thing again. That was enough stress this summer. Okay. So yes, it's too late, Amanda, to get one. You cannot apply for one right now. You can only apply for your forgiveness. So this is for the people who got the money and who was actually looking for it to be forgiven or have not applied yet for it to be forgiven. Okay. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's other programs still out. You also still have the EIDL program, EIDL. All right. That's still available. The grant program, they sent me an email saying you can apply for that grant up to December 31st. They really wanted the grant applications in by the 10th. But if you got an email from them saying that you can apply for the grant, you can still apply for it. because technically you have up until the 31st, but they wanted you all to apply by the 10th just to make sure that you got the applications in. Because remember, this is the end of the year. This is the last month of the year. Everything shuts down pretty much at the next week. So the IRS shuts down. A lot of your government programs and agencies shut down because it's the end of the year. They have to update their systems for January 2022, especially with the IRS. The IRS shuts down everything. So we can't file electronically. We can't submit things through within that last week of the month because the systems, everything has to shut down and be updated. All right. So you all want to make sure that you're getting these applications in and done before the end of the year. Don't wait to the last moment. Don't wait to the 31st. Don't wait to the last second. Okay, because a lot of people are going to do that, and you don't want to get caught up in that, because the other thing with that is if you wait to the last minute and it shuts down, then you're ass out. You're just out. There's no way around it. Okay, bear with me. I'm on 4 platforms. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So I'm seeing a couple of y'all come through with some questions now before I go into the next topic. So let me review that. I'm gonna start with TikTok first because y'all been here the longest. Let me just review real quick. Amanda. Girl, yeah. I have to be. These platforms, I tell y'all all the time, we don't own them. So you got to access everything. So Amanda, as of right now, I could come back and we could go over more of that. As far as anything for single mothers, I don't have any direct programs for that. As far as programs for women, Amanda, are you a business owner? Because I'm not talking all this stuff that I'm talking about right now, like PPP, that's for business people. The EIDL application with SBA, that's for business people. So I know you asking me some stuff, but I just want to make sure that you're a business owner. Okay, yeah. Okay. Because most of the programs that I'm talking about, I'm not a mother, so I don't know nothing about any single mother programs. Any programs that I'm talking about, I always talk about business or personal taxes or stuff like that. Personal finances, that's my thing. Personal finances, business taxes, business education, that's my realm. Okay. I was going to tell you, if you wanted to, you could check out a website that I always give to you all, which is called I Fund Women. That's a non-for-profit company. Hello, I Fund Women, and then also Hello Alice. They have programs and loans and some grants for female business owners, so you can start there. Okay. I don't know why IG always say y'all can't hear me. So if you can't hear me on IG, then go to TikTok or YouTube. No value. All right. I don't know what's up with this. That's crazy. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get off of here. Follow me on YouTube or TikTok or Facebook. I'm under Patrice L. Stewart on those platforms. I don't know what's up with IG. That's why I'm never on there. That's why I only stick to the platforms that I know I can get on. Okay. The website is called the letter I Fund FUND Women WOMEN ifundwomen.com. Okay. YouTubers, my favorite. Hey Eddie, hey JB, Miss Mac, Desiree, Drink More Water, Tanisha Hall. How are you all? Miss Mac, we are learning about a couple of topics. The first thing I went over was the PPP, and I saw somebody ask about that on Facebook, the taxes from that. So let me also say that if any of you all did do a PPP loan as a business owner, you do not claim that income on your taxes, okay? That was a loan. If you got it forgiven, then that was a forgivable loan. So you do not have to claim that income on your taxes. That's not income. When you do a loan, that's not income, all right? So it's a difference. So if you did that PPP loan, you do not have to claim the loan amount on your taxes. You should be filing the business that you did the PPP loan for. But the income that you got from the PPP loan itself, you do not have to file on your taxes, okay? I did want to stipulate that because I saw somebody else's post and the young lady was confused about that. So I wanted to put that out there too. Do not claim that money on your taxes. Same way with EIDL. If you all got that EIDL money, you do not have to claim that as income on your taxes. Okay. Let me get back to YouTube real quick. And don't forget, I'm in this warehouse, so sometimes my internet could go in and out. If you see a few glitches, just bear with me. I'll probably kick back in. You had your loan forgiven, was pretty simple. SBA made it an effort-free process. Perfect. Drink more water. I'm glad to hear that. It really should be a easy process to do the loan forgiveness application. It's not hard. Yeah. So I'm glad that you did yours. You got it done. Perfect. Stop when it happens. Okay. All right. So cool. We answered YouTube. Facebook. Damn that. Hey, Miss Pamela, Erica, Javi, Garrett, what's going on, boss? I know, right? He say, "Ooh, child, I'm not even. I've been preparing myself for this upcoming tax season. I'm gonna just say that, because it's gonna be crazy for those of us that are in the tax industry. It's gonna be another crazy year, Garrett. So yeah, let's get prepared. I'm gonna need you on a couple of them calls, boss." We're going to do a couple of those calls again this year. Hey, Valencia and Miss Renee. Okay. All right. I think I answered everything. So thank you. Yeah, I got to rock my natural hair for a while. These braids and all that other stuff, and wigs, all that stuff, you need a breather sometimes. So as much as I hate to deal with my natural hair, here we are. So thank you so much, Apollonia. Miss Barksdale, I haven't seen you in a while, girl. We got to catch up. Okay, so looks like I answered everybody's questions with that PPP stuff. So let's go on to the next thing, right? PPP, you don't have to claim on your taxes. Impress Toya, I see you, I hear you. Just hold on for me for a moment. Okay, wait a minute. You said made no money from business, but want to write off a lot of tools I bought. Do I get any of it back? So as far as when it comes to taxes in your business and write-offs, as far as you getting any of it back per se, you're not necessarily going to get it back. I would say it depends. Let me say that it depends on your taxes, how you're filing, how your business is set up. Okay. Can you have business expenses but didn't make any income? Yes, a lot of people do. In a nutshell, the easiest way to answer that is if you have business expenses but you did not have business income, and you're asking, can you write off or use those expenses to file on your taxes this year? Yes, you can, in a nutshell. As far as what you're getting back, I will have no idea unless we did your paperwork and ran the numbers. Okay. But the main thing is the purpose of business expenses too. What she say? The purpose of business expenses is to bring down your taxable income. If you don't have any income, I don't think you would get anything back. So it depends on, right? If he didn't have any income at all, it's not like they're giving you a refund back, right? That's the main thing. You're not getting money out of pocket, right? And so that's the other thing that the other thing that I'm doing is I'm hosting a workshop this Sunday. Okay, I'm hosting a workshop this Sunday on Schedule C. So any of you who are self-employed, independent contractors, 1099s, you may want to be in this class, all right? Because I'm going to break down to you what are some of the things that you could write off on a Schedule C form. A lot of you all are Schedule C filers and you really don't know and understand that. But if you are a Schedule C filer and you had and you had no income but expenses, it's not like you're getting money back, right? You take write-offs and it will deduct and lower your income. But if you had no other income, like if you have no W-2, your business was your only thing, you're not getting a refund. It's not like they're going to give you the money back that you put into your business, right? So that's what I'm going to be talking about in that Schedule C class, is really how are you utilizing this form, right? Whether you have income or not, we're going to go over a couple of things. Oh, shoot. I got to take this call, y'all. Hold on one moment. Hey, I'm on class. Why you can't go into the app and change and transfer? And I'm at work. I'm on the phone. I mean, I'm on live right now. All right. Nah, I'll do it. I'll send it. All right. Okay, y'all. This is the thing when you got several businesses. we got to pay our workers on the truck. I got that trucking company, my junk removal company, and my partner never want to ever deal with the money. So I got to go in and send the money to the workers for today. So just bear with me 2 seconds while I make this transfer. But this is why I got in business. This is exactly why I got in business. Because I handle all the finances. All right, sent. Okay, back to it. Thank you for holding and being patient. What was I saying? Where were we at? What was I telling y'all? Oh, the Schedule C class. So that's Sunday. We'll go back over that. If you want to get in that, let me know. Text me. Y'all know I don't have my VIP thing up. All right. Text me to my number if you want to get into the workshop on Sunday. Okay, I'll go over the workshop again, but it's a couple other things that I wanted to go over on here with you all before I get too far. Okay, hold on. I'm Monique El Pasino. I just did a box trucking class, Al. I had a box trucking class last week. The replay is on my PATRICE's business school. It's $49. So it's an hour workshop, and I teach you all the stuff about how to get into a box trucking business. So yeah, I do. I don't have any more live classes this month. I like to kind of have time to prepare for the classes and the workshops and stuff. So I don't have any other live workshops except this class on Sunday. That's the last live class that I'm doing for December. Oh, and then I'm doing a free Zoom webinar for those of you all on December 22nd at 7 p.m. So that was going to be my two last workshops for this month. Everything else will be rolled over into January. Okay. So the other thing that I wanted to go over, we talked about the PPP forgiveness part. For those of you all who have not done it, you still have time. Just check your paperwork and make sure. Do not file that income on your taxes. You do not have to claim that. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to go over for businesses, some of the things that you all should be focused on right now is looking at your financials, running reports. Okay. If you all have not ran an actual statement that looks like this, which is a profit and loss report. TikTok, I'm showing you first. This is what you need. Okay. Facebook, If you guys are not utilizing something like this, this is just a little printout, a little template of a profit and loss. The financial statement is called a profit and loss report. YouTubers, the financial statement is called a profit and loss report. Financial statements are profit and loss report, income statement, balance sheets, right? This is what's going to show you exactly a full blueprint of your business, right? Remember, I was telling many of you all, how do you know if you're making money in your business? How do you know if you need to go up on your prices? How do you know if you need to do this? How do you know if you need to do that? You got to have an accounting system. You have to have some kind of database where you're entering all of your income and all of your receipts and your expenses from your business and running financial reports. There's no way to get around it. You're not going to grow if you aren't looking at financial statements, if you aren't looking at financial reports, okay? Even if you're small, even if you're a mom and pop shop and you don't have a whole lot of clients, it does not matter, okay? The point of this is for you to be able to look at your business on paper, right? So if you have not done this, or you don't have an accounting system, and accounting systems are like QuickBooks, okay, Zoho, FreshBooks, Mint, okay, so it's a bunch of them. It's a bunch of accounting systems out there, but you all have to utilize them. I promise you, it will make your life so much easier. Because if you could run a report every week or every month and see where you are financially, where your numbers are, sales goals, what we talk about all the time, you got to have sales goals, numbers, right? All that stuff, all of this. So right now I'm sitting down with a few clients and we're reviewing these statements. Okay. We're reviewing these because this is what's going to help you just figure out what you need to be doing in once January 2022 comes. Okay. Some of you all are buying materials and stuff, spending money on stuff that's not making you no money. If it's not making you no money, you shouldn't be spending money on it. Okay. Some of you are paying a lot of money for, your materials. You should be looking at other ways to make money, to save on your money. One supplier may be higher. You may be needed to look at some more suppliers, right? So just like I talked to y'all about this a while ago with the logistics business, one supplier may sell it for $5. You may find another supplier that sells it for $3. You may find somebody that got it for that $1.50. Okay. So all of this is what's running these numbers and looking at your financials and business is what's going to really put you over in this upcoming next year. Okay. So again, we're talking about you being prepared for 2022. 2021 is done and gone. And you all cannot wait till the last month to do all this planning. You can't do tax planning and wanting to buy all of this stuff at the last part of the year, right? The whole point of being in business, especially if you're filing taxes, is you want to do planning. You want to do forecasting. You want to look ahead. So most of you, if you're in business, you should be planning. Your 2022 should already be planned. If it's December 2021, you should already be 6 months into 2022 at minimum. I'm working on events for May, June, July for 2022. I should be working on 2023. But with COVID, we don't know what's going to happen. So I ain't put a whole lot out there. Okay. But this is what I'm talking about. You get what I'm saying, business owners? So I need y'all in that mindset. And again, Sunday, I have a live workshop. It's $149. I'm going over the Schedule C form, which is pretty much a screenshot of this profit and loss sheet. Because this is the information that you're entering on the Schedule C tax form. Whatever is on your profit and loss statement, you're putting that right into that Schedule C tax form. If you don't have a profit and loss statement, then you need to create one. How are you going to create one? You got to put your stuff in this. You got to fill out this form. You got to put your numbers into these boxes and then add it all up. Okay. But that's the long way. That's why I'm saying y'all make stuff hard for yourself when you do that. If you have an actual system or accounting system or accounting database, then you don't have to do that. You just running reports. All right. I tell y'all all the time, I love QuickBooks. QuickBooks is my favorite accounting system because it grows with you in your business, right? If you got QuickBooks, if you started off as a self-employed, then you upgrade to the next level, then the next level. If you need payroll, you need to start paying yourself. QuickBooks could do that. If you need to run credit cards, QuickBooks has a merchant account, so you can start swiping your credit card, and it automatically go into your QuickBooks. Like, I love QuickBooks. Y'all hear me talk about this all the time. I need a promo code from them because I promote them so much. All right. But I do that because I've actually grown my business with them utilizing QuickBooks, right? Some of my other clients, we utilize QuickBooks for their accounting records when they need to run payroll. When I need to run payroll, I use QuickBooks, right? It's all in one system. So it just makes life easier for you. Some of you all use Square, some of you all use Gusto, but some of those systems don't calculate everything. I like stuff to be all in one, so that way we don't have to be pulling reports from here and there. All right, that's just a tip. QuickBooks if you want it. If not, figure out which accounting system works best for you. But the main thing is having this profit and loss report ran. I run mine weekly. At minimum, you should be running a monthly report to see where your numbers and your sales are. All right. On to the next. This tax season, I'm going to tell y'all right now, this tax season is about to be crazy. Okay. We don't know when tax season is starting yet. They have not announced it. Hold on. I have not read through anything, y'all, yet on TikTok. I'm going to come back through. I wanted to get a couple of things out first, then I'll come back through and review your comments. Okay. I just wanted you all to know and understand. As of right now, I've gotten people asking, of course, I'm filing taxes this upcoming year. So yes, we're filing taxes. When we have not been given a date yet. We don't usually get a date until sometime in January from the IRS on when they're going to actually open up the systems, right? So I'll update you as soon as I know. Then of course I'll be back on and I'll update you. Also, that was why I was telling y'all to get on my email list, because also we'll be sending that information out to our email list as well. Okay. What else did I want to talk to y'all about? I'm going to do another live tomorrow on the child tax credit. That program alone is a whole nother other thing. We're not going to talk about that tonight at all. I'm just letting you know I'm going to come back on tomorrow and do an actual breakdown of how that's going to work out for you all. I'm also going to come on Thursday and do an earned income credit. So all of this week, you're getting a live from me on a specific topic. Okay. We're going to go more into some of this stuff because I need you all to be prepared for what information you're going to need to give your tax preparer next year. Okay. Also with the taxes and with the tax system, I kept telling y'all that 2018 was over, but I forgot. I talked to an enroll agent, and she reminded me that with 2018, we actually get that additional 4-month period during the tax time. So remember, I kept telling y'all, this is the last year to file your 2018 taxes. Technically, you can, once the system opens back up in January, you can file your 2018 and push them through electronically. So the people that I have in my office, if you're on here and you're seeing this, I can push your taxes through. We don't have to mail them out. All right. I totally forgot. I'm so glad that I had that conversation with her, because she reminded me of that we actually get the next tax season. So actually you have up until April 15th to push through those 2018. And then that's it. Because remember, I told y'all get 3 years to file taxes. Okay. You get 3 years to file taxes. So, and it's 3 years within the tax filing date. So y'all know tax season is January through April, right? But technically we can file taxes all year round. But when you're on that third year, like 2018, you have to have that filed by April 15th. You won't get no more chances after that. So I kept telling y'all, get it in. But technically you still have you'll have January, February, March, and April to push that 2018 through. Okay. TikTok, I see y'all have a lot of questions on here. Give me 1 second. Let me just go through Facebook, because we don't have a whole lot of people on there. Hey, Monique. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Lori. I miss you too. I know. I haven't seen none of y'all. We haven't hung out. We haven't done nothing. We got to tell Kiana to host another event because I missed the last one. All right, YouTubers, let me go to y'all. I know I'm on a little earlier than we're used to. I'm usually on after 6. Hey, Kim Stage, Alma. Ala answered that. So drink more water. Says the IRS is saying you can no longer claim losses no more than 2 out of 7 years of risk of being audited. Have to go out your way to file a small profit. No, that's not true. Drink more water. Most of the time, you are allowed up to 5 years for claiming a loss, but after that, they will consider your business a hobby. I don't recommend that you claim a loss for 5 consecutive years either. But usually that's the minimum. It's not 2. It's not 2 out of 7. Most businesses take 5 years before they even see a profit. I mean, that's just facts. Some take longer than that. So yeah, they know and understand that, but at the same time, nobody is about to keep putting a ton of money into a business if it's a loss. So they're catching on to the fact of a lot of people trying to utilize that to get money back. That's the main thing. But if you're a real legitimate business and you can show that you put that, you have those expenses and that income, then you can claim exactly what you spent. And it doesn't matter if you get audited or not, because if you're real and you're legit, audit doesn't mean anything. People get scared of audits, but I'm not scared of an audit if I have everything if everything is legit. If you have all of your receipts, you have your real business, you have everything that you really did, there's no reason to be afraid of an audit, you all, at all. An audit is an audit. It's a review of your stuff. They want to see the proof and the financials and the data. You submit that, it's over. You'll be cleared. I've seen several audits. People pass them all the time for those that are legit. The people who are not legit and really don't have the paperwork, those are the ones that be afraid. There's no reason to be afraid of the IRS. There's no reason to be afraid of an audit, okay? The main thing with the IRS is you all have to communicate with them. You cannot get a letter from them saying that you need to talk to them or saying that you need to do this, and then you just don't want to respond. Like, not answering it is not going to make it go away. It makes it worse, okay? It's the same thing I tell young men who owe child support. Child support is not going to go away just because you're not responding. So the best thing to do is respond to the letter. Okay, respond to the letter. Let them know, hey, I need help, or I got to work with somebody, or I got to hire somebody, whatever the letter is. And if you can't do it, then you need to pay a professional to do it for you. But just ignoring it don't go away. It's gonna make it worse. All right. So it's nothing wrong with being audited. It's nothing wrong with having to deal with the IRS. If you get a letter from them, do not get afraid. Handle your business as an adult. We're grown. Okay, we ain't kids. So if you get a letter and you don't understand it, reach out to somebody who is a tax professional and they can handle it. Simple as that. It's not nothing to be, afraid about. I know a lot of people be afraid of the IRS, and it's because all the stories y'all see and hear. And that's because those people have ignored those people. Simple as that. There's no way you getting garnishes and all that stuff is because you ignored them. If they garnishing your wages, it's because you ignored them. That's it. All right. You say all my stuff is legal, but I'm not the greatest bookkeeper. I have a bunch of loose receipts. My business bank statements show everything up. Then you cool. That's the thing with the IRS, y'all. That's all y'all gotta understand. With the IRS, is what can you prove? Everybody is out here saying they're a business owner. Everybody out here claiming to be this. Everybody out here claiming to be that. But it's what can you prove? What a receipts at? That's it. If you got a business bank account, you got receipts, whether they loose or not, keep them in a box so you don't lose them and they all over the place. Or utilize this phone. Many of us got these $1,000 phones. Take pictures of your receipts, scan them in, do whatever, put them in a folder. Okay. But if you got the proof and the paperwork, then you covered. You good. That's it. It's literally as simple as that. People make stuff hard. Life ain't hard. People make life hard. It's really not. It's really easy. Life could be really simple. People make life hard. Okay. That's the honest to God truth and the facts of it. It's not soon to owe the IRS. The sin is ignoring them because they'll freeze your stuff if you do. Yeah, and that's it. I mean, the IRS is a collection agency. That's the Internal Revenue Service, was hired by the federal government, and they are a collection agency. Think of them just like any other collection agency. If y'all ever owed and you got a collection letter in the mail and the collectors are like, hey, we want this money. A lot of people just ignore the collectors and then they wonder why your credit jacked up. Well, because you didn't respond to the letters. If you responded to the letters, then the collection wouldn't be on your credit report. You'll be going back and forth with the collection agency. It's the exact same thing. The IRS is a collection agency. You communicate with them, you respond to them when they send you them letters, you respond immediately. You don't wait months, years. I've had some people bring in letters from 2018. Baby, it's 2021. And then you wondering why your check getting garnished. You can't wait 3 years to respond and talk to them. All right? I mean, it is what it is. Column fraud, all that stuff, it is. I agree with that. Taxes is not what everybody think it should be. We ain't even supposed to be paying all this much in taxes, but we ain't going to go into that conversation. That's a whole nother conversation for another day. All right. But for those of you that are dealing with the IRS or got to pay taxes, that's the main part. Respond to them people. That's it. If you don't know how to do it, holler at me or another professional in your area, neighborhood, community, state, wherever, that can get in tune. Okay. But yeah, so those are the main things that I wanted to review. I had to call you back, Ty. Those are the main things that I wanted to review with you today, because like I said, tomorrow and the rest of this week, I have a specific topic that I want to review with you all regarding these taxes and what to expect this upcoming tax season. The other thing is, most of the time we normally start tax season like around the 20th, 25th of January. If you notice, this year we didn't start tax season until like the 21st or the 22nd or something. February. It wasn't even in January, it was February. Okay. So remember that. So for those of you guys that are doing a lot of spending and stuff right now, remember that, because you're not going to get that money early this year. You're not going to have access to that money in the beginning of January and February, because the season, we don't know when it's going to open up. I'm not expecting, I don't know. I'm not expecting nothing. I'm not saying nothing. I don't know if it's going to open in January or February, but just remember that, because remember, you guys are normally used to starting to file your taxes by the end of January is when the season opens up usually. But this year we didn't open up until mid-February. So just be cognizant of that. Okay. Remember that. The other thing is too, if any of you all need to send out 1099s, if any of you all are self-employed and you pay somebody more than $600, you're supposed to issue them a 1099 form. Actually, it's going to be a 1099 NEC. Okay. That's the form, NEC, which is non-employee compensation, right? They switched that form this year. So you guys are not going to get a 1099 miscellaneous. It's going to be a 1099 NEC. If you need to issue somebody one, if somebody worked for your company or works for your business and you paid them over $600 in cash, you can file a 1099. All 1099s have to be mailed out by January 30th. Was it January 31st? I always say the 30th instead of waiting to the last day. But it has to be mailed out by the last day of January. All right. It has to be in the mail to them. So if you all need assistance with that, we do that as well. My office we prepare W-2s, 1099s, 1096 forms for the employers. So if you need to issue W-2s or 1099s to your workers, then we also do that as well. But again, that deadline, you have to have that in by the end of January, because everything is supposed to be mailed out to your workers by the end of January. So that way they can file their taxes for the upcoming season. So that's another reason why you should be looking at your financials today, this month, looking at who you need to be paying out. How much money did you bring in? Because if you don't want to claim all that money, then you got to figure out who did you pay that money out to. So this month, business owners, there's a lot going on for y'all right now this month. This month is the gathering, is the reviewing. looking at your financial statements, getting your documents prepared, figuring out what you need to pay your 1099 people or what information you need to, in order to pay them. In order to pay somebody a 1099 or W-2, you need their first name, last name. You need their home address. You need their social security number. Okay. If I'm freezing, it's because I'm in my warehouse, y'all. My internet just may be going in and out. I'm sorry. So those are the main things that you need. I always tell my clients to also get their date of birth. We don't need the date of birth to file the 1099, but then that way you just have all of the proper information. Okay. So that's it. Let me go through now TikTok because y'all had a lot more questions than anybody than anybody else. So I answered the YouTubers. We don't have any other comments on. Hey, Mitchell. On Facebook. Okay, cool. So TikTok, y'all got all the questions. So let me scroll up. So I saw that young lady. I don't know if she's still on. Empress Toy, are you still on here? I don't think you were doing last year and God forgiveness this year. So Black Baby said, you got over 10 years of tax experience. My goal is to be a tax strategist. I created a tracker in Excel. It gives monthly and yearly breakdowns. Honestly, I don't like Excel. Because no, I mean, Excel is, I will accept Excel if you all provide that to me, but I don't recommend Excel. Excel is not an accounting system. Excel you're just entering data. You get what I'm saying? Unless you created the form to calculate and run numbers and stuff for you, but most of you all don't create the form like that. Excel, no, I don't. That's not good enough. You need an actual profit and loss because Excel can't print this. Can you print a profit and loss statement from that Excel? No. So no, I don't like Excel. I prefer that my clients listen and actually get a accounting system so you can run real reports, because this is what financial reports look like. This is what the banks look at. Like if you go to a lender, right? I always talk to you guys about making sure that you have yourself set up properly for business. If you go to a lender is not going to want to look at an Excel report. They want to see a real financial statement. They want to see a profit and loss statement. They want to see a balance sheet. They want to see an income statement. They want to see financial statements. When you run financial statements, that means you have an actual system or a database. You get what I'm saying? So I understand if your business is small, maybe you don't have a lot of income or expenses right now, cool. Nothing wrong with that. But like when you start really growing and making some money, no, you need to get a real system. I hate that Excel. Because Excel does not prepare you financially for what you need to see. Well, cuz you know where I'm at. Which service do you offer for help in getting my shit printed out and in order? I don't know, Tasha. I don't have nothing on my website like that for now. Because I'm updating everything for tax season, but you got my direct contact info, so just reach out and we can figure it out. Because after the 18th, I'm not open. I'm shutting down for the last 2 weeks of the year. I got a lot to do. I got a lot of stuff to plan and put together. So my office is closing. The last webinar that I'm doing from my office is this December 19th. But for business, I'm not taking any other business or anything after December 18th. Because you can't do nothing no way. Once we open back up in January, then we can start doing everything. So if you need to get W-2s or 1099s, we do all that in January. None of that gets done this month anyway. But yeah, just let me know, Tasha. You got my info. Okay. TikTok. YouTubers, what's going on? Y'all got stuck? I haven't heard nothing from y'all. I'm usually not this quiet. Do you offer classes showing how to plan? So the class Sunday that I'm doing, the Schedule C class, I'll be going over like planning and some systems and accounting and stuff like that. But the Schedule C workshop that I'm doing Sunday is for those of you who are self-employed, independent contractors, Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, like anybody that's self-employed and you file on a Schedule C form. Then I'm going to be going over a lot of information on that particular class. That's the last class this year. We'll have more stuff coming out next year, but that's the last class this year that I'll probably be going over that kind of stuff. Can you run payroll with the desktop version or just the cloud version? You can run payroll with the desktop version too. I don't recommend the desktop version though, because you always got to upgrade the desktop version every year. If you do the cloud version and you just pay the monthly fee, you get everything. So I do the cloud version because I travel too. So I can't be at my computer 24/7. So if I'm in LA or if I'm in Atlanta or I'm in Miami, I can get on QuickBooks and enter in all of my receipts and stuff wherever I'm at. So I don't recommend the desktop version. I do recommend the cloud version. I do not do death benefits. Okay, so I answered everybody on TikTok. And remember, I told y'all, it's levels to this in business. Remember? So everybody is not going to start off at the same place. Some of you may start off using an Excel form. There's nothing wrong with that to start off with. But as you start growing and as your income and your expenses start growing, then you have to learn that you got to switch over to the next level. Okay. I tell y'all this all the time. It's levels to this in business. So it's okay if you're starting off with an Excel form. Nothing wrong with it. But like I said, when we get to a certain point and you're sitting down and you're filing taxes and things like that, I just want you guys to make sure that you have the proper software. You get what I'm saying? It'll make your life a lot easier. And Royal Sense says, I thought the IRS allows 3 out of the 5 years to do a profit and loss before they deem it as a hobby. No, they'll let it's up to 5 years before they deem it as a hobby. It's up to 5 years. Because most businesses, it takes time for business owners to actually see an income. It takes time. It takes time for your business to really see a profit. You don't understand. A lot of businesses are running in the red, are running in the negative. Don't y'all remember? I'll maybe sharing my age real quick, but I don't know. Whoever's old enough, I'm 40. So remember back in the day when TLC went bankrupt, and we was like, how in hell did they go bankrupt if they making millions of dollars? It's because they're not making millions of dollars. You can make $1 million in your business, but after you have your expenses, right? Let's say your payroll, you paying your employees, that could be 300,000. Let's say you have an office location, right? Or you have an actual store. If you got a restaurant or something, maybe your restaurant is $5,000 a month. Out of 12 months, that's 60 grand, right? So let's say, okay, it's 60 grand. Then your food costs. I heard restaurants food costs a lot. Let's say your food cost is 400,000. All right. Now, just with those 3 things alone, you get what I'm saying? You already at 760,000 in expenses. Those are just 3 things. So this is what I'm talking about. People in business can make the money, but you don't keep that. So everybody be like, oh, I made $1 million. They didn't make $1 million. They didn't net $1 million. They grossed $1 million. They didn't net $1 million. So gross and net is different. Same way how y'all get with y'all paycheck, right? If you're a W-2 employee, you got gross income, but then after they take them taxes out, the FICA, your health insurance, all them other things that they take out, then you got your net income. It's the exact same way in business. So business is the same way. You could have $100,000 salary, but we know that you don't take home $100,000 because you got all them taxes and stuff coming out. It's the exact same way in business. The exact same way in business. So the business make gross, but after the business pay all their bills, some businesses be in the negative. Some businesses be in the red. So even though they made $1 million, they may be negative 100,000, negative 50,000, negative 20,000. So that, you know what I'm saying? But the benefit and the difference is when you are a W-2 wage earner, all of this comes out, right? You can't write this stuff off because you are W-2. But the difference when you are a business owner, right? That's the difference is all of this stuff that you paid and put into this business to make that money, you get to write it off. That's what a write-off is, or a tax deduction is, or a business expense is. You get what I'm saying? That's what that is. That's what I mean when I say write-off or breakdown, because sometimes people think I'm saying write-off mean you get to just write it off and it's just out the air. No, that's not how it works. You had to spend the money. You had to spend the money, but you're able to write it off or use it as a tax deduction because you're in business. That's the difference. So that is how the game is played in America. You either a W-2 worker or you a business owner, and you're able to take advantage of all the different tax loopholes and laws and benefits of being a business owner, right? That's why we're always on my channel, we're always pushing entrepreneurship. Start you a business, even if it's a home-based business, because having a business, it gives you a way better tax advantage in this country. Okay. Lady Frost says, are people still being penalized for illegally obtaining the PPP? To be honest, Lady Frost, I don't know, because all of the people that I worked with were legitimate business owners. I haven't kept up with none of the blogs or what's going on with the scamming people, what they did with it. So I honestly, I don't know. How much should you do? Okay, you probably didn't mean to type that. How much do you recommend a business be grossing to switch over to QuickBooks from Excel? Honestly, to be honest, I feel like if you have put money into your business, even if you haven't made no money, you should still be using QuickBooks, or you should still be using some kind of accounting system. Who is free? If Mint, I always give y'all Mint because Mint has a free option. QuickBooks has a trial base, but it's not a completely free version of it. But the main thing is what you want to see from the business is you want to be able to look at everything on paper. Things are a lot different when you see it in black and white on paper, right? When you see the money in your bank account, that's one thing. But when you look at it on paper and you actually break it down by income and expenses, it gives you a totally different outlook. You get what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say you have to really be making a certain amount. I feel like the moment that you start a business and you start spending money on it, then you can do an accounting system. You can do an accounting system, seriously. Because at the end of the day, what you want to know is this business even worth you putting more money into it? Because I've seen people in the past put a ton of money into a business and the business is not growing. They're not making no sales. So it's like, at that point, it is kind of a hobby, because it's like you investing and you're not reaping no kind of reward, right? So one of the biggest things I always talk to you guys about in being in business first is always make sure that you have a plan to make money from the business. Everybody be so caught up with the aesthetics of how things look, right? It took me a long time to create my membership because I was so big on having everything in place. And that's the thing is, in business, you're not going to always have everything in place. Sometimes you got to get on here and do a webinar on your cell phone. You may not have a laptop computer where you could do it. Bust that sucker out and get on live, or get on your cell phone, or you know what I'm saying? So, but at that point, you're still spending money. You know what I'm saying? So the moment that you decide to have a business and you invest that first dollar in it, that's enough for you to be able to have an accounting system. Even if it's not something deep like QuickBooks, You can find something like Mint. Mint is a free app that you can download on your phone. Mint is also owned by Intuit. M-I-T. I'm sorry, M-I-N-T is Mint. Mint is the app. That's another accounting system that you can use, especially for people that like to be on their phone, like the millennials, right? You can utilize Mint on your app. Mint is a form, is another form. It's not the same as QuickBooks, but it's another version of you kind of entering your receipts and data. But Mint, a lot of people use, a lot of personal people use it. I give Mint out to a lot of people who want to start doing personal finances or personal, keeping up with their personal finances is for Mint. QuickBooks is really more for the business side of it. You get what I'm saying? But you can utilize either or if you just want to kind of see things to run a report or to see how things look on paper. All right. Okay. No other questions from Facebook. Cool. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is it Absalom? Absalom TV? Thank you. Okay, I answered all of you guys on YouTube. Cool. All right, TikTok, I'm back to see you. Samantha, the Schedule C class is $149. And you say you just starting out. Okay. It gives me monthly cash flow. I remember bad contracts and management. Inflation got that food up. A Happy Meal is $6. Oh Lord, Tiffany, is a Happy Meal $6 now? That's a lot. That is a lot. Yeah, inflation is up like a mob, man. McDonald's selling Happy Meals for $6. That's a lot. This is why I'm not buying out. I haven't bought out all week. Well, I did buy out this weekend, but I'm on a budget right now. I'm on a tight budget for the rest of this month to not buy no outside food. I gotta cook at home. Okay, you say Samantha. Okay, you say it's hard to get a loan and you don't have taxes paid. Hey, Mr. Dre Essential. I use QuickBooks for Uber. They offer a discount for drivers. Learn that the hard way this year. Yeah, because this is what I be trying to tell y'all. Most of y'all who want to do, it's a difference from business credit and business funding. Okay. Most of y'all who want loans and who want to get loans, you all need to have like financials, right? Lenders, when you asking for real loan money, right? When those of y'all that's looking for 25, 50, 75, $100,000, they want to see statements. They want to see taxes. They want to see bank statements. They want to see financial statements. So yeah, that's what you guys are learning this year, because everyone outside of the SBA doesn't offer programs like that. That's the only program that is ever going to be this low at those kind of rates is the SBA, because regular standard business loans, they're asking for all of that. And even though those are people who are applying now for the EIDL, they're seeing that because they're asking for tax returns. They're asking you to fill out a 4506T. They want to know, did you file taxes on this business that you're claiming, right? So in the beginning, when they first came out, like we said, they just threw it out and built the plane going down. Now they are asking for a lot more. Y'all on YouTube, y'all laughing about the Happy Meal. So now that all this fraud has happened, now they're going through. And so now a lot of the paperwork that they're asking for is they want to see a copy of the taxes. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like people, most people in business are learning and seeing like what business and business funding, all this stuff is really about. Because it's a lot. It is. It's a lot. It's a lot to keep up with. Tiff say I haven't bought out in a month. I know Sophia is not happy about that, Tiffany. Oh man, that is funny. Okay, so I'm getting off of here because I got a film tonight. So recap. Sunday, the 19th, I'm hosting a Schedule C workshop. So for those of you that are interested, you can go straight to my business school. If you click the link, TikTok, click the link in my profile. It's going to take you to a link tree. The workshop is right there. It says Schedule C workshop. You sign up for it. Facebookers, I don't think I put the link on here. So YouTube and Facebook, I'm going to put my business school link up here. And if you want to get in the free Zoom that I'm doing, so I will be doing a free Zoom on Wednesday, December 22nd at 7 p.m. I'm going to be doing a free workshop for the people in my Boost Your Mindset Academy. So I'm just going to open it up to all of you all to be able to get into it. But in order for you to get on the free Zoom, you do have to join my email list. That's all I'm asking for you to do, is to join my email list. We'll send the email out probably within, I'll probably be sending the email out tomorrow. Yeah, we'll probably be sending it out tomorrow because I want to get as many people registered as possible for it. And then those are the two last classes that I'm doing for this year, 2021. Then we'll reconvene in January. All right. But those are going to be the last two because the main thing is we're talking about what and preparing you for what you need to be filing on your upcoming taxes, right? So the Schedule C form is for those of you who are self-employed, independent contractors, single member LLCs. Remember, those of you who do have an actual LLC, but if you're a single member LLC or even a multi-member LLC, and you have not asked to be an S Corp, you all also file your business income or loss on a Schedule C form, okay? So those are going to be the things that we're going to talk about in that workshop. Who files that form, and then we're going to go over the form itself, the actual tax form. So when I say Schedule C, I'm going over the actual tax form that we enter into the tax system. So I'll be sharing my screen with you. We'll be going over an actual tax return, pretty much. I'll be utilizing a dummy return, and I'll be entering in information and explaining things to you all so that way you know and understand how to properly fill out a Schedule C form. If you are not doing your own taxes, you still should be aware of how the taxes are being prepared, okay? So I tell you guys this all the time. Yes, you go to a professional to do your taxes, but whoever is doing your taxes should be explaining to you the process, what you're claiming, what is going on here before it gets submitted. When I work with my clients, I explain what we're doing. Even if you bring me in a profit and loss statement, I'm still going to go over with you the actual tax return so you can know and understand what is being submitted on your behalf. Because remember, every single one of you, it's your taxes. It doesn't matter who prepared it, right? It's your tax return. So when it gets submitted, you are the one that's going to be held responsible for it. So you want to be aware. I don't want to have conversations next year with people saying, I let so-and-so do my taxes and I really don't know what they did. You just was okay with getting that refund back. More you to not be okay with getting a high refund, but understanding what the hell they did on your taxes, okay? Because a lot of times you'll end up getting audited because of some of the stuff that these people are putting on your taxes because they're not filling it out properly. Some people learn something, just how it was with the PPP and the SBA loans, right? Some people learn something and then they want to do it on every single tax return. And that's not how taxes are. Taxes are not just data entry. Taxes are serious, they're real, every single line item in your tax return means something. So when people are just finagling numbers, right, that can harm you, that can affect you. And you can't tell the IRS, well, I didn't know. I just let so-and-so file my taxes because they was getting me 10 grand back. The IRS is going to hold you responsible. Okay. So that's it. I think we're good. We've been on here a little over an hour, so we're getting off of here tonight. All right. I will see y'all tomorrow, probably around the same time frame, between 5 and 6. But I'm gonna say between 4 and 6 p.m. Then I'll be getting on again to do tomorrow's tax discussion. Okay. How can I get to interview you on my small platform channel? Reach out to me. You can text me or you can contact me directly. You could call my office. All of my contact information I always put in the description. So if you want to reach out to me, I don't know if you can. Yeah, you can't do messages and stuff on here. But text me. You can get in my VIP text community and just text me that you want to do like an interview or something, and then we can communicate, from there. So it's 773-923-1763. Thank you. Drink more water. Appreciate you. So have a good night. Sip, sippy girl. Thank you. Thank you for joining and watching. All right, I think I answered everybody else on TikTok. I did. Okay. All right, let me make sure before I leave on Facebook. Oh, tomorrow you say you're late. Oh, okay. The date is Sunday, so it's this Sunday night. When I have business workshops, I try to do it on Sunday because most of us are in our businesses from Monday through Saturday. So yeah, this workshop is Sunday at, I want to say it's either 1:00 p.m. or 2:00 p.m. I never put the link on here for you all too. Let me do that. I'm sorry. Oh yes, I did. So I put it up. I put it right above your comment tomorrow. The link to join my class. So it's the patricelstewart.club/class. That's my business school. So on the business school, you can just go right on there and you can get in on the class. Also, for most of the classes that I do, you do get access to the replay for 30 days. So in the event you can't make the class, or you got to get off early or leave early, or something happens and you couldn't get on, then you do have access to the replay of majority of my classes. Most classes that you pay over $100, you get the replay. So you get access to the replay. And I usually give you access to the replay for up to 30 days, which is a nice amount of time for you to be able to go back and review everything if you missed something. All right. So yeah, contact me offline. And then tomorrow I put the link over your comment right now. Daphne, Daphne, I will see you. Oh, no. Okay, that's the two of you all talking. All right, y'all. Have a good night, and I will see y'all back on tomorrow. All right, we are ending. All right, so my Facebook. I'm about to log off of YouTube now. Okay, and we're out.